Alright, and I do believe we are live. So, for everyone that's going to be seeing this later on, hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Richard Shrew, and after what can only be described as a massive hiatus that... what the... Oh, that's not supposed to do that. Ah, yes, I should probably mute that in the background. Anyway, long story short, I'm back, and I want to open up with a new live stream here. So, I figured it'd be fun if we did some Europa Universalis 4 with the Rule Britannia DLC. I didn't have the chance to complete the playthrough before because the save got issues between that and the fact that I was on Iron Man and I messed up. This isn't Richard Shrew? What do you mean it's not Richard Shrew? How you doing, crazy drunk? Anyway, so we're going to delve on in. We're going to be doing some Better Than Napoleon this time. Hey, Evil King, Kyle Pays, how you doing? Good to see you guys. So yeah, we're going to be doing an Iron Man playthrough of France with Better Than Napoleon, and I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be fun. I think we'll actually be able to pull it off this time. Been doing a little bit better since way back in the day there, so here's to hoping. But anyway, I see we have people trickling on in, so I'm going to get things set up in the meanwhile, and we'll delve right on into it. Although, before I do that, let me just briefly check and make sure. Restream says it's still connecting for some reason. I hope that that's actually coming through. It seems like most of the people are responding on YouTube right now, and it does look like it's coming up, so I'm just going to roll with it for right now. Although, the chat isn't showing up, is it? That's weird. Why is that not working? You know what? Let me quickly resync everything and just make sure that we are good to go. Because, you know, I love chatting with you guys here, and if it's not actually working, that kind of defeats the purpose, so... Let's see whether or not it works now. And hello to everyone that's piling on in. Glad to see you all. Alright. YouTube is still connecting. I don't get what's wrong with that. I believe in the one true God, the machine God. Well, that's always good to know. You know, I still have to do a machine intelligence sometime on Solaris, I believe. Hey, Liz, how you doing? I have joined both. Well, welcome. Appreciate that. Okay, there we go. Now YouTube is working properly, and we are good to go. All right, so with that taken care of, we're going to delve right on in and start our achievement run with France doing Better Than Napoleon for anyone that's just coming on in. Let me see here. Iron Man... Okay, by 1500 I expect a minimum of the British Isles, Iberia, and Russia conquered. Well, that's going to be an interesting standard for me to fail, quite frankly. Hope you're not holding me to that. Hey, Thomas, how you doing? Long time no see. Bastone, how you doing there? And yes, it's been a while. All right, Better Than Napoleon. Sounds good. Oh. Take 2. There we go. Yeah, I've been away for a little while. I was working on a couple of other videos, and I was working with a couple of other groups for some time, and unfortunately it wasn't quite as fruitful as I was hoping it would be. So, I don't have much to show for it. Hopefully that'll be rectified in the coming months here, but I didn't want to continue holding off on uploading anything in the meanwhile. Also, is no one else seeing the chat inside the... Why is that not working? You know, you go away for a month and suddenly nothing wants to work properly. Da-da-dum. Let me just make sure that I have something here properly. Napoleon is so overrated. We should try to do better than Charles II of Spain. Wasn't Charles the, like, 7th or 8th that was the one that had the massive empire? Okay, let's see how quickly this goes to hell. It won't take long, I can tell you that right now. Let me just make sure that I have the right token here. Okay, that was clearly the problem there, apparently. So, now chat messages will start coming through. Sorry about that. Alright, so, delving on into things. Make France great again. We are already great. It's the 1400s. We are like the pinnacle of greatness. So, we have Denmark, Hungary, England, and Austria as our starting enemies there. That sounds about right. What I'm curious about is, if if we look at the HRE here, I'm going to have to mess with my chat a little bit. What I'm hoping is I can pick up, I have a list of electors here. Mainz, Trier, Cologne, and Saxony. And I'm hoping I can pick them up and have them start voting for me. Charles II was the Chin guy in Spain whose death led to the War of Spanish Succession. Oh, okay. And let's see here. I'm going to start by improving relations with Saxony. We're going to probably pick up Saxony and Trier. Yeah, I'm going to go for them as well. And for rivals, we'll go with England. No reason not to. Austria, we can go with them. Hungary doesn't really make a lot of sense. We're going to end up, you know, they're going to end up in a personal union with Austria anyway. And I'm pretty sure Austria doesn't like us to begin with. Yeah, they've already rivaled us. Hey, Quiet Guy, how you doing? Long time no see. GG boys, we've done it again. Yeah, that sounds about right. Hey, Cry? I'm not sure how you pronounce that there, but I'm just gonna call you Kreia, if that's alright. How you doing? Good to see you. Anyway, pop him right back on over. Probably just gonna set it to... Ooh, Burgundy, that's an idea. Nah, you know what? I shouldn't do that. We're gonna go with Hungary, and then I'll switch it over to Austria later on when that actually becomes available. Either one works. Well, so long as you go with Kreia. Doing well. Good luck on your achievement run. It's a fun one. Absolutely. I've already failed it once before, but this was several DLC ago, so I'm hoping maybe I've gotten a little bit better since then. I'm not sure that I have, but I'm hoping I have. So we'll have to see how that pans out, quite frankly. I'm not going to go for an admin advisor, even though I'd love to get the extra admin points. Just because it's already going to cost us a lot to get the extra Diplo rep. You guys ready to watch France drown a cesspool of debt again until a stronger nation pushes it over? Yeah, that sounds about accurate. That's about right. Not going to be able to go for Bohemia, which is unfortunate because they have closer relations to us. Anyway, looking at everything else, I think we're about as good as we're going to get right now. So I'm just going to set up the trade here and then take it from there. See, I can't even say, like, you know, what, you have zero confidence in me? Because this is only working off a precedent right now. Debt is only a number. Oh, you don't know how true that is, sir. You do not know. We have the guarantee over Scotland, and I really don't want to go to war with... I don't want to use the Diplo slots. That's really the thing. Allying with Aragon, that actually sounds like a really appealing idea. So I'm actually going to do that. And we're going to get closer relations with Aragon here. There's a chance that that might end up getting... what do you call it? They might end up getting swallowed by... Oh, really? Just after I freaking... Wow. Okay. That sucks. I just allied the Pope and they excommunicated me. Wow. Okay. That's, screw it, I guess. That's really gonna mess with my attempts to go after... Oh, yep, they all hate me to a T. How about that? God. I'm going Protestant now. That's for damn sure. I will get the Pope back for that one. It's gonna mess with me like that right at the beginning of the game. God damn. I don't even know how much you messed me up here. Alright. Statute of Restraint of Appeals. I'm not going to mess with that right now because that's not worthwhile as of yet. Even though I'm not going to be getting any painful influence as long as I'm excommunicated. Good luck with getting the Pope back. I'm not getting the Pope back. I'm going to make the Pope disappear. I will go Protestant and just remove him. I think the Pope excommunicating... it's not guaranteed. It does tend to happen often. But apparently, I did not accept the alliance offer in time because he excommunicated me just after I took the alliance offer. I think if I had taken that alliance offer, it would have been fine. Sure, I will. I will make it to the Protestant Reformation. You don't even know, man. Shrew, convert your nation's religion to the machine god. That's, I'm not ruling that out at this point, quite frankly. It's entirely possible. Go Orthodox. Orthodox is apparently the best religion. Apparently. We do not need to be paying for our armies right this second, so we're just going to move them right on back towards here for the time being. See, this screws with my plan entirely. Like, that was a masterstroke right there, because I was going to be going for the HRE and then moving forward from there. This just messed with all of that. Alright. Do I want to start the 100 Years' War? I kind of do. But before I do, let me check and make sure that there's no one else that I can potentially ally. I don't think they're going to come into the war because I think it'll treat me as the aggressor. Scotland would just be feeding them war score, and really everyone else is not going to help us. What do they have? They're allied with Castile and Portugal, of course. Boy. Oh, I'm the defender? Oh, okay. I appreciate that. You should have invaded Aragon and used the subject switch CB to transfer Naples. That would be nice, except the fact that this is kicked off early on here. So, I think we're going to go for it, and I'm going to merge these guys together. We're going to raise war maintenance. We're going to go for them. And we should have some pretty... Yeah, we have some excellent generals starting off here. That's actually great. Okay. And with a 4-4-1-3 with an extra dose of discipline right off the bat here, we should do some serious damage to them. We need to get these guys back into port before they die. I would say go Sunni, but that would be too controversial. A French Sunni state, yeah, that'd be a little bit controversial. Just a little bit. And let's see here. Did they come into the war? They did not. So right now, we are fighting... Actually, I could just check down here. Okay, yeah. Aragon came into the war with us against England, who's pretty much on their own. So, so far, not bad. Other than the excommunication, which really kind of sucked. I think I'll start up by occupying the coastline over here and just getting ready. Get these guys on back. Just delete the new game and go Islamic Papal State. Yeah, there's nothing controversial about that. Yeah, we have more than enough guys. We should be able to win this war, except for the fact that we can't get over to their side of the continent. Or, you know, on the island, I should say. Ambassadors to Paradox moved the sea zone that the only French province, Castile, could claim at the start, so it wasn't as easy for the French to win the 100 Years' War a few batches ago. As easy for the French, for the English to win? I'll be honest with you, it's almost always been difficult, as far as I could tell, for the English to win the 100 Years' War. Like, I remember way the hell back when they had it so that England and France actually start at the war with each other there. It was absolutely brutal. Like, I don't think I think I saw one, especially in multiplayer, I only saw one time when the English were actually able to beat the French. But yeah, that's been my experience with it at the very least. Catholic Granada are the unicorns of EU4. Yeah, that's a little bit unique there. I'll give you that. You don't see them too often. I'm trying to think of what else might fall into that category. You know, I've never seen much Christianity inside of Asia when it comes to, like, China, for example, or Japan. I think there's mechanics for it, but I've never seen that really pop up. Oh, we're going to go for the base tax, absolutely. That'll pay dividends over time. Much rather have that. Okay, and with that, we have taken control of pretty much all continental possessions of the English, and that pretty much puts us off at a winning streak. They'll have to land eventually, but until they do, we're winning. So we're going to take these guys, we're going to move them right to Paris, and be good to go. How long have you been playing EU4, if you don't mind my asking? I don't mind at all. Feel free to ask whatever you guys want. And to answer your question, you know what? I'm going to briefly tab here and actually find out the exact number. I'll tell you this. My hours is not roughly comparable to my skill level. Yeah, I have 1,955 hours for what basically pans out to an intermediate skill level. So yeah. He's been playing a fairly long time, but he's still pretty bad. Yeah, that's pretty much the best way to succinctly describe the situation. Okay, guys, first order of business is to crusade for Jerusalem. Yeah, I know, I am still new. This is absolutely true. God damn. I'm going to turn down the maintenance in the meanwhile. I have a couple forts protecting me here, and we're just sitting back and waiting right now. Now when you ask me anything, I'm wondering whether or not I should start walking that back. But you know what? Let's say tentatively anything. Tentatively. When do you think Vic 3 is coming out? Wow, that is controversial. In terms of when Vic 3 is coming out, to be honest with you, I'm not even necessarily convinced that it is at this point in time. They may very well be working on it. But at this point in time, I have a feeling that if they are, it's a back project that they're probably either going to be introducing in 2019, 2020. That'd be my thought. Wait, are we no longer excommunicated? Do we? Because they can only excommunicate. No, they could probably excommunicate more than one person, right? Yup, they can. But yeah, if they were going to release it, I would guess either 2019 or 2020. If they don't, then they're probably not working on it, to be entirely honest with you. You know, that's 2 years of dev time for what's already at this point been at least another year or two behind that. Possibly after they develop a new engine for their games, current one is starting to show its age. I don't necessarily agree with the idea that the engines are getting old. Like, I still think there's a lot of, dev life that could be left in Crusader Kings 2. But, they've decided that they want to move on to a new engine. And I kind of understand. It will give them new opportunities to develop from there. And by retreading the same ground over again, they'll be able to charge for content that they, had previously. And I shouldn't be totally cynical in every respect here. There is advantages to taking the time to put in the dev work for new content that they could do on a new engine. But I feel like, with the amount of work that they put into it, there still could be, 3 to 4 more DLC they could put out for CK2 if they really wanted to. We should do a Vic roleplay with all the different political parties. That could be interesting. It's a very interesting time period. I always thoroughly enjoyed it personally. Let's see here. Portugal. Yeah, if only I wasn't excommunicated, I could actually marry into them and see if I can't do some dynasty spread over there. I would love to get a colonizer, a decent one. Actually, hold on. This might not be so far-fetched. They're not going to ally... Oh, that's not what I want. They're not going to ally with me, but if I raise relations, this could happen. How much on a scale of 1 to 10 was the fear you experienced during that snowstorm a few months back? I'd say a 6. I've been through some pretty major snowstorms before. The big thing for me is that I get concerned when we have so much snow that there's the risk of buildings collapsing. And that happened way before I started streaming here or doing any sort of Let's Plays. That was way back in the day. What is my favorite Paradox game? Oh, I should get moods for Paradox games. As weird as that might sound. Actually, it probably doesn't sound that weird, but that's how it works for me personally. I'll be like, hey, I'm feeling Victoria 2 right now, or I'd like EU4, or I want to play something arcade-ish and non-committal, so bring up the Holy 4. If had to play something that, if I had to pick something that's like, you know, I would basically play universally without too much problem there, probably CK2, just because I really enjoy the politics, the intrigue, and the amount of ways that you could just sort of mess with people in that. You know, I love the character-driven mechanics behind it, and it is fun. Although a close second would actually be EU3. If I was just going off of the hours I put into a game, I've played EU3 much more than pretty much any other game in my existence. Like, before I got into EU4, before I got into Let's Plays and streaming, I used to just chill in college and spend my spare time playing Europa Universalis 3. Oh, I'm over in New York, which is better than Michigan in every way. Oh my god. Okay, so they have the War of the Roses going on, it seems like. Still have Night Terrors of Timurids. Oh god. And now we're at 61%. Let's see what we could do with this here. I mean, obviously, take territory, but the question is how much? Apparently, the answer is a lot. Can I get away with that? No. That's a little bit too much. Let me see where the forts are. That's what I really want to leave on here. If I leave the forts, then I can actually... Well, no, that'd be a little bit too memey, wouldn't it? Yeah. If I did that. Unless I take over there, but no, that has a fort as... No, that doesn't have a fort, actually. Oh, I could do this. This could be funny. Alright, so I'll leave them here, and let me see which one has the fort over here. I think it's this one. Go for the Pale. Yelp. Yup. Eat Ireland and walk into England in style. You already see where I'm going here. Yep, that's the idea. We'll leave Laborde and go for these. Go for... Is it Kane? Khan? Yeah, Khan. And... take a lump sum of cash. It's a little bit too much. We drop a Lencion. We're good, though. Let's kill their alliance with Portugal. Remember the mission tree. Oh, yeah, I should look at the mission tree, shouldn't I? I haven't even looked over here yet. Let's see here. Reconquer Gascony. It gives me a permanent claim on Provence, Lorry. Okay, and that's Aquitaine, Laborde, and Maine. Yeah, you're right. Okay. No, you're absolutely right. They are tied to claims, and I should take them for those claims. There are a couple of small threats that I want to make sure I get rid of. The question is, how much can I get away with? If I take that, I take the Pale, start reducing this a little bit. It's not going to have as much of an impact, though. If I get that much debt on them this early on, it'll get a lot more. Try to dismantle or conquer the HRE. I was trying to get into the HRE, but yeah, I might have to just dismantle them at this point. Alright. So I'm going to take a little bit less cash, just drop the alliance, and right here at 647 ducats, that should be great right now. Sorry for backseat gaming. No, it's okay. I appreciate the feedback. I am not good at this game. You'd actually just peacefully vassalize a lot of Irish miners if they survive the British. This is true. This is very true. Oh, we're going to go for this. It'll give us everything that we need to complete the mission. Oh my god, how did they lose that many people? Who did they fight? It wasn't me. Oh my god. That's my entire alliance lost 5k. What did they do? Hey, Tavsan? Tavsan, is that how you pronounce it? But hey, how you doing? I've been gone for a little while, and now that I'm back, I figured I'd start off with a new stream. And we're going to be doing this stream for the entire series. That's the plan, at least. It's counting both rebels and their own troops from the War of the Roses. Oh god, that's, that explains a few things at the very least. Okay. So we've reconquered Gascony. Let's get our claims. So now we have claims on Provence, Avignon, and all kinds of other areas. Hey, Avignon, remember me, Papal States? Now you fucked up. Hungary, Mantua, and Siena. We'll go for them a little bit later. I want to make sure that we take care of Ireland first. That seems like a better idea to me. How's the war for Granada going to the south? They've been holding some territory for a while. Yeah, the war for Granada is kind of over, it seems like. Who are they allied with? Let me guess. Morocco. And Morocco, yeah, they're not going to be able to win that war. They might be able to fight back the Castilians, but Granada's kind of screwed. I love how honest Shrew is about not being great. Yeah, I appreciate the value of my honesty. I try to be somewhat self-appraising. AI is just derping in northern Spain. That's possible too. Alright, so I'm going to start fabricating now on Leinster, I believe. We'll go after some of these Irish miners. In terms of influencing them... Wait, no, I made a mistake. You are right, we can peacefully vassalize these people, can't we? Well, wait, I'm excommunicated. That might mess with that plan. Huh. You know when Shrew says hi to someone, it sounds like he is greeting an old friend. I appreciate that, I really do. You know, I value you guys here. It's awesome chilling with you all. Alright. Still a way to get a vassal. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to try improving with them, and we'll see if we can't get a hold of these guys here. And we're going to go after this military tech. Well, it's minus 5%. That sounds good to me. We can get a naval doctrine. Which one are we going to go for? Naval maintenance modifier. That sounds really, really nice right now, actually. That could actually be very useful. Yeah, I don't imagine any of the others are really going to be doing a whole hell of a lot for us right now. Cost 100 ducats. Jesus. Yeah, never mind. We don't need one that badly. And we'll take the royal marriage with them. Or release the Pale. That actually is not a bad idea. We could create Meath over here. But then Meath doesn't really have any major claims outside of that one province, does it? No, it doesn't. I could actually fabricate from here, so I'm going to hold on to them for right now. And we'll see what we can do from there. They're not going to ally with me quite yet, but we could probably go for... Province. Oh, you suck. Alright, looks like we're going to be fighting Burgundy. Also, the estates want control. Let's see what we could do with this. Let's toss them... Sure, there's something cheap here that we're not going to miss. You know what? This seems good. It's only wine. Oh, it's wine, actually. I don't want to toss them that. Help the English. They got London. Then he could betray them mid-war. Oh, my God. Burgundian inheritance. That's actually a really good idea. Except for the fact that it would make... Oh, there. We could toss out. I don't need the wool. It would make... Oh! Aragon. If they die... This might just be the opportunity, because Enrique is not on the throne. If I get dynasty spread onto Aragon, that could mess with the the Castilian wedding. In which case, I might actually be able to get a personal union with Aragon, which would be amazing right about now, because that would also give me Italy. That would actually be a very nice opening right there. How about that? Alright, let's get these guys together over here. This moment, the irony. I know, right? Alright, we're going to get these guys over this way, and I think we're going to try and pick off some of these guys while they're still smaller stat. Yeah, we should be able to beat that. And luckily... Oh, no, that's too big. Provence is coming in. They should help. There we go, we won. Nice. Inflicted a lot of casualties. You know, now I can't understand how I could stay for the entire stream when we first started. Oh, wait, you know, now I can't understand how I could stay for the entire stream when we first started. How come? What's up? What's the plan? Conquer Europe or colonize? I don't think you have to really choose one or the other. I think that we're going to utilize colonization to sort of create further hegemony in Europe. But the general plan right now, since my original plan is kind of foobar, I wanted to become HRE Emperor, use that in order to launch my way into Berlin and go for... Oh, wow. What? What? Okay, I've never seen it trigger that quickly. I could never do this if I was Austria. This is ridiculous. Oh my god, this pissed me off so much, because if I wanted to do this, I would never get the Burgundian succession crisis. Alright, I'll take it. Oh god. And I take it because of the fact that it'll end the war, which I don't want to be fighting anyway, and, it gives me extra territory, but god damn it. It makes Austria so much stronger, and they got it in 51. Ah, god damn it. I can't tell you how pissed off this makes me. Alright, if we get Aragon, it'll make it up. That'll improve the situation a little bit at the very least. Alright, so, with that taken care of, let me see here. Can we get the alliance with these guys? Not yet. But we can get a royal marriage. And if we get the royal marriage, then we can go for the alliance. And they'll be more amiable to that. Am I going to take out Brittany? Yes, but it's not a major concern quite yet. Unfortunately, we missed the last guy, who I think was really old in Portugal. I'm not 100% on that, though. Alright. Alright. Let me think how we're going to do this here. Alright, let's go for the alliance. We've improved as much as we're going to with Portugal. And yeah, I'll take a loss of 10 influence for that faction, because then I can just go back, call it diet, be good to go. And how close are we on this? We have a military alliance, and they are at peace. We just need to get this a lot higher. God damn. Once we have them where we need them in order to get the vassalization, then we'll go in and start annexing a bunch of these guys, feeding them to Leinster, and I think that'll be a good plan. Don't want to backseat. Don't want to be a backseat gamer, but you should perhaps take advantage of Broken Ireland. Oh, I agree. That's what I'm debating right now is the best way to do that, because I'm trying to go for Leinster as a vassal peacefully, and it also happened to be working out because at the time I was working with a bunch of other stuff. The question is, though, is whether waiting for them to become a vassal is worth the time that could be spent conquering this region. Of course, that's going to blow up my aggressive expansion if I do that, so I'm not 100% sure which way is the best to go. You know what? Lowering that's not such a bad idea. It's only a little bit extra. Oh, welcome back there, Nightgram. Also, don't worry about backseat gaming. I welcome any advice that you guys have. I am not good at this game. I just play it because I enjoy it. And we are going to make states out of these guys here. IDK what I'm doing. That's alright. I'll still take any advice you have. The French need more starch in their diet. Eat the potato men. I like that. That's pretty good. Alright, let's feed the estates the cattle. Seems like a good idea to me. Clergy? Have some cows. Oh, you still want more promises off me. I get you. Alright. Let's try and toss them something I'm not going to miss. Salt is expensive. Wine is actually cheaper. We just lost a general. That's unfortunate. Another livestock. I don't want to give them something that's as worthwhile as salt, I guess. Or silk. Alright, let's give them this as well. That should be fine. Alright. Now, we're going to go for temples while we still can. And, because this is only going to get more expensive as we go along anyway. we seem to have burned through a lot of the cash that we got earlier. That's unfortunate. So I'm going to lower my military maintenance in the meanwhile. I'm going to take this, bring them around to... let's actually bring them to Poitao. I think that's how you pronounce it. Well, let's just wait to die. Won't take that long anyways. No faith in me whatsoever. It's probably a reasonable idea. Alright, we're actually not that far off. We're making progress on these guys. I need to move the chat here. We can get up another 6. That's unfortunate. What more can we do? Could toss him a gift. Let's start with that. 25 gold. Alright. That's better. And... oh, nice. Okay. From there, it looks like we're going to have to subsidize them to get up the rest of the way. Oh. Alright, so we got the extra admin power. That's good by me. And now what we're going to do is we're going to give them subsidies. Up to 15. That's not going to be enough. God damn. Is there any other actions I can undertake? Sorry, Pizza got here. I missed anything after the inheritance? Welcome back. Not much. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get these guys to like me more. And as long as I'm excommunicated, it's really throwing a wrench in things. I also have a claim, apparently. Or they have a claim on me. I'm not sure which one it is. Pretty sure I didn't claim them yet. No, they must have claimed this. Yeah, they did. Alright. They're not going to mess with anything. We're just going to go conquering it in the meanwhile. Eventually, we'll be able to get them. And we'll take it from there. You know? Tried the carrot, now we're going with the stick. Oh, guaranteeing them? You think that would work? Alright, let's see what happens. Guaranteed. Okay, that helped. Let's see what else we could do here. That would bring us from 150. If we go for subsidies, we can get up to 15. That's closer, but not quite enough. Also, transfer trade power, offer access. Would access... oh, I can influence them. That might just do it. 81, and then from there, I can give them subsidies, and that should be enough. Oh, yeah, I don't know if... will that actually work now? Let me offer the military access. There we go. You guys are geniuses. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, now, on the 24th, we'll be able to vassalize them and start going on a conquest spree. Because they have claims already. And then they're going to absolutely love us. They're going to get no aggressive expansion from our expansion in the region. And we'll be able to start feeding them some of the claims that they have. Hey, Dominic, how you doing? Also, hello, White Raven. Let's see what we have here. Cardinal in the administration. I'm going to go for that. Alright, this seems pretty promising so far. We're going to set them for aggressive. They're only fighting inside of Ireland after all. What's the worst that could possibly happen? Let's send our entire army over to Ireland. You know, the intelligent thing to do. No face cam? Yeah, I'm looking to do more live streams, and a precursor to that is the fact that I'm probably going to be cutting out the face cam for the time being, because this can be very draining, and while I can definitely keep up, you know, a decent demeanor with the entire thing whilst on mic, and I honestly got really tired of talking to myself, so that's kind of one of the reasons why I was like, I don't want to pre-record Let's Plays anymore if I can help it. Figured I'd do more, you know, live streams instead. But I figured if I'm going to be doing more of them, it's going to be very difficult for me to do that with face cam. Now in the future, I'll probably do other stuff, though. Let's see here. We make an EU4 player out of one day. Yeah, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? I don't know. Funnily enough, I actually do better in multiplayer. I don't know if it's because the stakes are higher for me or what have you, but I almost always do better in multiplayer games. I've taken on some pretty ridiculous odds in those situations. I do love that. What's the worst that could happen? Famous last words. You're not wrong, sir. You're not wrong at all. Alright. Raising the maintenance on these guys. Hey, Sebastian! Hello from New York. How you doing? Good to see you. And, alright, we should have enough to... we don't actually need to fabricate a claim on them, do we? They already have a claim courtesy of Leinster. They're allied with Thomond and Ulster. Now, Ulster, we should be able to just straight take here anyway, but Thomond... And that'll actually negate the alliance that they have with England, which is great, so that'll mean that we'll be able to monopolize the entire region. Thomond is over here. They don't have any claims under anyone right now. Are you planning on bringing back the podcast, maybe in a live stream format? You know, it's funny you ask. I do have plans to do just that in a live stream format, but I'm looking to do it a little bit differently. The original live stream was a lot of scripting, a lot of work, and it really... I don't think a lot of people were really that interested in just, a blank background. So I figured I'd do something a little bit different. For anyone that's familiar with a streamer for StarCraft 2 called Destiny, I'm thinking something along those lines for some for political content would be kind of interesting, but haven't quite figured that out just yet. All right, so with that done, we're going to be going for these guys here. Have you declared war on the Soviet Union as Tanituva? Not for very long. Thomond, actually. Who did they have allied? Ulster and Kildare. And Kildare's over here. That wouldn't make any difference. So, you know what? We'll just call them as a co-belligerent in that case. Thomond, not Ulster. And then we're good to go. And let's put our other leader in charge. You're going to be fighting the Irish Wars over here, it seems. You shall have a green screen. I wish. I have a background, but I can't afford a green screen quite yet. Alright, let's move these guys. Oh, I can't actually move them there quite yet. I'm going to move them up here then. Do I smell debates with viewers? I actually would not mind doing debates with viewers, quite honestly. Mostly comes down to the quality of your mic. If you got a decent microphone, I got no problem whatsoever talking to you. I had some really interesting discussions with other Let's Players more recently. So, I was talking to, does anyone here know Feedback Gaming? Because if you do, I've been chilling with him a little bit on his Discord over the past month or so, and he's been giving me pointers and that sort of stuff towards working on a couple different projects I've been doing outside of my usual gaming content. But I also had I met him through this very intense political debate that him and I had that was actually very entertaining. A very intelligent guy. And, Commander, when will be surrendering to hostile armies? Any day now. Any day now. Yeah, we're going to keep the Commandant in place. Oh, I don't know that I want to fight them just yet on the water. Feedback Gaming is a chill guy. Absolutely. He's actually a really cool guy and very helpful. Actually, I think it's become a bit of a meme at this point that I refer to, like, everyone as a chill guy. Because I was like, yeah, Benjamin Magnus, really chill guy, which he is. I actually, he's a really chill guy. He really helped me out in my early days there. Wow, this is really starting to become repetitive now that I think about it. But yeah, you get the idea. Gonna take the prestige hit. Alright, so they moved their navy out from there. I'm gonna move these guys into here, hopefully speed this along. There we go, we have, what was that? Sildara? Yeah, Kildare. Give or take. And it seems like they're going to siege that down. And that'll give us everything that we need here. Oh my god. Alright, I'm going to take the prestige hit again. Luckily I got another one. There we go. Alrighty. If we go with this, take the cash as well. And then with you, we'll take that as well. It's going to be a little bit of aggressive expansion, but it shouldn't be anything I can't handle. He's a chill guy, and he's a chill guy. Decided to watch you over here instead. Hey, no worries. Welcome to the stream. And yes, that is pretty much, you know, how my interactions with people kind of pan out. You know, I can tolerate pretty much anyone. I have friends of mine who are all over the political spectrum, who are of all different kinds of backgrounds, and I get along with most people. You know, and so my default response ends up turning into, yeah, he's a chill guy. Don't know what more to say on that. Alright, no, we're not going to send them over there. We're just going to let this pan out. Which for right now means increasing to 5 speed and waiting. Oh, well, luckily they can't actually siege it down. That could have been bad. Give Kildare to your puppet. You're actually right. That's a good idea. Toss that to Leinster. This could have been really bad. Luckily, they have just under the amount that they need to actually handle them. You say you can handle them, but now let's see how long that lasts. Yeah, so far, not too... Oh. Yeah. Fair. Very fair. I'm going to beat you with no general. How do you feel about that? There we go. Well, that didn't last long. Let's send the both of these guys on over. They should be enough. Oh, come on. You're killing me here. Who is it? Is it them? No, it's them. They're black flags, so I gotta walk them all the way back. Get them on back to here, and then we'll have them walk to there if we need. Alright. These guys are willing to peace out, I'm sure. Yep. And we'll annex them right off the bat, like so. And I think I'll end up tossing this all to Leinster later on. I'm new here. Any rules I should know? Just nothing, you know, bigotry-wise there. And generally speaking, you know, be chill. No worries. Welcome to the chat, and thank you for asking. Stony Mick Internet Douche. Your name is a little bit offensive, I'll give you that, but generally speaking, just keep it chill. Great to see a nice person in YouTube. Oh, thank you. So this is great. I finally figured out why your live streams had lag issues with me. I used Chrome and no more lag. YouTube is weird that way. Yeah, YouTube is owned by Google, so that might have something to do with it, to be entirely honest. It's entirely possible. What were you using before? Out of curiosity, was it like Firefox? Oh, what did I miss here? Hey, Anonymous, thank you for subscribing. Really appreciate that, pal. Can we make the stream goal to culture swap to form man? I think you vastly overestimate my skills, sir. I don't know that I could even, I don't know that I could ever pull that off, to be entirely honest with you. I'm not sure where... You can culture swap to pretty much anything these days, can't you? Kind of think of it. So, it's entirely possible, I suppose. Alright. With that, let's finish up this war here, and toss this over to Sildara, max out the loans, and what are we looking at? Oh, alright, I got a plan. Nice prestige restriction. I know, right? That excommunication right off the bat really hit me pretty hard. Air and Explorer, yep, that could do it. The reason I was using that was because Chrome lags on regular videos, not live streams. I stopped using Internet Explorer a long time ago because I started having issues with them. I switched to Firefox and then to Chrome. Alright, I have a plan. It's a bit of a crazy plan, but I have a plan nonetheless. And what that plan is I'm going to start fabricating on... Let me see here. Who's it going to be again? Alright, I'm pretty sure that's Tyrone. Tyrone is among them, yes. Okay. I'm going to chain the wars and handle it that way. So I'm not going to end this war quite yet. No, the goal should be to get Gothic culture and Jewish religion. Oh my god. You can also release them and grant cores everywhere, annex, and then release again. It's an interesting strategy, actually. Plan, you say we need none of those. I know, right? AE is just a number. Yeah, that's what it's gonna look like by the time that we're done with this, I feel like. Because what I got in mind here is basically very similar to my debt strategy. We're gonna take more AE to avoid the coalition. It may be kind of silly, but it's the plan that I have right now. We don't need this anymore. That can go away. And who are you allied with? You are allied with Clan, because I can't pronounce the rest of that. And when I take this, I'm going to be worrying about Munster, Desmond, Ormond. Actually, they're almost gone, so if I just give it a little while, I'll start this. Yeah, it would be 4 countries, which is just enough to actually start a coalition. A coalition is just a war. Austria, OP God. Yep. Not wrong on that. Alright. That should give us enough to fabricate on them. So we're going to fabricate. Get this war started. I think you can get out of a coalition war with no territory lost by giving money. Sometimes. They did change it a little bit since then, but sometimes you can. But what we're going to do, actually, is we're just going to wait for it to tick down one more. And then, at that point, there's not going to be a coalition anyway. It's only going to take till the end of the year to do that. Irish coalitions are just a big bar fight. Yeah, it's England more that I'm worried about than anything. Oh, it's going to take another year. Alright, Desmond and Munster. Desmond and Munster. There's Desmond. Do they actually have... Yes, they do. And they're allied with Offaly, which is right over here. Perfect. So what we're going to do is... Let me see who they're allied with. They're allied with England and Desmond. We're going to go to war with these guys. We're not going to call them as a co-belligerent, but we're going to go to war with them in order to take that territory. And I already messed up because my guys are trapped over here. So what we're going to have to do is take you, go after these guys immediately, move you into there. Yeah, I was worried for a second that my guys might end up getting, you know, hit while they're split up. That could have been a problem. No, we can march right on down to there. Breaking shrews. Yep, we're back, and the world is once again a worse place. God Emperor Richard Shrew is being told by other kingdoms to stop aggressively expanding. In an official statement, Shrew said, no. Are you trying New World? I'll probably be going for the New World at some point, yeah. I wonder if Shrew can steal Anglicanism from England. That would be hilarious. We going blue Christian or staying yellow? The Pope decided to excommunicate me. We're going blue, and then we will remove him. Because that's what we do. We're going to go for the Galgale. I believe that's how you pronounce that? I actually think that is how you pronounce that, come to think of it. We do have to remove that guarantee on Scotland at some point, but that's for a later time. Let's wipe these guys out. There we go. We don't need to be going that fast anymore. We don't need that either. We're going to detach on you, and... 25 support for Renaissance. Yeah, sure, let's do it. Hey, I have to get off for a little while. I'm gonna check on my updating computer. Alright, good seeing you tonight, Graham. Hope to see you back later. I'm gonna go for these guys here. A double big blue blob. Yep, that's, that'd be an interesting turnout for it, actually. Let's see. Now this, I think we can end. No, not quite yet. Well, actually, we can... because I'm at war with Desmond, so that will keep the coalition from forming. So yeah, now we can end this war. Desmond, Ormond... yeah, they'd be short a member, so be good to go there. And now, with this... we'll be in a pretty good place. Shrew is going red because that will be the color of Rome when he is done with it. You vastly overestimate my skill level, sir. Although, I will admit, forming Rome would be very nice. I don't know that I have the ability. Orthodox is the best religion, best war religion. I've heard Orthodox is really good. I'm not sure exactly how it pans out. The icons are great. Yeah, I've heard the same on that. I don't know whether they just combo really well with Russia in particular, or if they're generally just amazing, bar none. So I'm not too sure. Like, I have no evidence to refute that claim, basically. Independence for Thormund. Yeah, I do have to take care of these guys at some point. French conquest of Ireland. You know it. You know it. We are going to make their lives absolute hell, and then after we finish subjugating all of Ireland between me and my client state, I'm going to go into England. Hey, alright. Take care, Dominic. Good seeing you, pal. Ortho is solid. Coptic as well for on-demand bonuses. Yeah, Coptic is apparently a difficult one to get a hold of, though. That's, to my knowledge, there's only a handful of very small states that start out Coptic, and a lot of the actual Coptic provinces are in, like, Egypt, if I recall correctly. I do know that one of the more popular things at one point to do was go something called Coptimans, where basically you go for Coptic Ottomans, and I think, yeah, I had a friend of mine one time that also took the Ottomans, removed, he called it removing himself there, basically removing kebab, and the idea behind that was, I'm just checking on this coalition here, he ended up switching from, he ended up going through a bunch of tag switches from Ottomans to Romania to Byzantium by, you know, feeding all of his Turkish provinces and that sort of thing. It was actually really impressive. You could have Metropolitan. England has just too many provinces since the last patch. It's insane. They're making Scotland or Ireland games hard. I can imagine. Although Ireland is doing a lot better than its early days. Alright, so Desmond, Munster, Ormond, Sligo, Tyrconnell, and Tyrone. The main thing I'm noticing here is none of this is reaching to the mainland. So, what we're going to do, I have a plan. What we're going to do is we are going to try and leverage the fact that they need a certain amount of members in order to form the coalition, in order to just keep attacking around here, and take basically as much as we can. Yeah, I'm going to give this a... I shouldn't, though. I'm going to take it. I'm not going to take the idea group yet. Eat all of Ireland in one go? That's the idea, because the coalitions won't be able to form with anyone on the mainland continent. You know, we're not getting any aggressive expansion in the mainland from doing all this. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to war. Now we can judge from the ideas. Yeah, right? What we're going to try and do is take as much of this in one go as physically possible and just try and keep England out of the mix. If you watch the dev match, you can see how broken orthodoxy is with Ottoman ideas and traditions. Yeah, I've heard it before. It's really crazy what they could do. All right, Tyrconnell is up here. Who are they allied with? They're allied with Ormond. Ormond is allied with Tyrconnell. Okay, so we're going to declare on Ormond and take their territory as well. You could try and go for HRE Emperor. That may be saucy. That was actually the original plan, but as you can see, it's impossible now for one very simple reason. We have excommunication, and it's ruining our relations with everyone, and it is brutal. Absolutely brutal. So, in one fell swoop, the papacy undermined the entire plan. The reduced separatism helps a lot. From humanism? Yeah, that is true. It depends, though. Religious can be very good for getting those CBs early on. Damn it. Gonna have to go for that. Alright. I'm gonna wipe these guys out. There we go. We'll detach siege on there, and Toss a +1 on that, and then take these guys and move to there. France is usually powerful enough to just crush revolts anyways, but humanism is still good. This is true. If I recall it, doesn't it also... I should actually take a look here in the meanwhile. Alright, so... the religious unity is a big thing if we're going to be converting. It's actually going to be very useful for that. National unrest would be nice. Tolerance of heretics. The separatism is very nice. Promoted cultures, improved relations, tolerance of heathens, and idea cost. That could save us some modern points. I'm not sure, though. I hope I never drank any. It's hard because one of the other natural inclinations I have is to try and make my army better. But at the same time, I know I could also benefit from influence with the current strat I'm going for, which seems to be vassal feeding. So that's also an option. That's why I haven't taken anything yet. And not only that, but I want to check on my tech and make sure that I finish conquering Ireland before I go for anything too crazy here. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be getting... yeah, I'm not going to be getting any tech anytime soon. Exploration ideas. That's a good idea, actually. With the higher level Diplo advisor that I have, I could actually go for Diplo ideas there and start getting on over to the continent. That's not a bad idea at all. We're not going to be getting any progress on here quite yet, unfortunately, but that's okay. Colonial range will be limited till his second idea group as France. You are right. I'm not going to have the... and the other thing is my native assimilation is going to be my second idea group. I'll get to that because I can get like these by pretty early on. Since you're France, I'd say stack discipline since your national idea gives morale. That's a fair point as well, and that's something I've considered in the past. Basically making a very, very professional army. Let's see here. This I should be able to just peace out with because they're negotiating for themselves. Yeah. And who would that lead to? We already have Offley and Ormond. And Tyrconnell is up here. So Tyrone, we'd have to go for them. We're already at war with Desmond and Munster. Munster. Can we get after these guys? They're allied with these guys over here, who in turn are allied with Munster. Okay, so pretty much in this next war we'll be taking on everyone. When you do decide to go for a military idea. Yeah, that makes sense. If you vassalize Portugal, they colonize for you. Did that in a multiplayer game and pissed off the English player. Oh, I absolutely agree with you. It's a very good strat. Did we get a De Vallo? No, they got a goddamn heir. Ah! Damn it. And of course, it looks like they did too, but... no, I'm not going to be able to claim on them, am I? Despite the fact that they have a female heir. Yeah, that's not going to happen. That's unfortunate. Why? Well, I can't ally with them yet. I'd have to raise relations, I guess. Alright. In the meanwhile, getting back on track. Just discovered your channel. Do you play something else? I play a bunch of games, actually. And I'm always open to recommendations. Feel free to hop on my Discord, by the way, if you ever want to keep in touch there. But right now, I pretty much play any Paradox game. I also do a bunch of other stuff, like a while back I was doing Mountain Blade. I've done a bunch of one-off games for things like Star Ruler and stuff like that. Generally speaking, you know, I have a pretty good mix of stuff that I play there. AI War is something I'm looking into doing fairly soon as well. Plot to Murder. Oh, wait, wrong game. So we're going to start by piecing out this guy, I'd say. And after we start the war with these fine gens here. Because that should be the last one. We have the claim already, don't we? Yes, yes we do. So, you know what? I think it's time to just go for it. Because if I bring them in, they'll bring in Munster, and that will be literally everyone. Except for Sligo. Who's Sligo is allied to Brittany, so I'll have to figure out something with that. But, alright, let's go for them. Bring in everyone. And make it happen. Make them your puppets. Well, the only problem with that is it would take up way too many slots. Like, I'm already above my relations limit. So that's a consideration. Other factors are the fact that if I take the territory now, it's going to be a lot easier for me to go into here. I wonder, if I take all the British Isles, can I form Great Britain? Would that be a meme? Like, I don't even know. Huh. It's an interesting idea, though. Alright, so, am I at war with Munster? I am not at war with Munster. I'm at war with these guys, but they weren't able to call their allies. Okay. Tap said, can't be in a coalition if I kill all the potential members. Like I said, aggressive expansion is just a number. I'm addicted to Mountain Blade now. I blame Shrew and Steam sales. Yeah, absolutely. Before subbing, one very important question. Cats or dogs? I get along with both. I've had both at different times, but dogs is the main thing for me. That's what I was raised with. You know, and, you know, dogs are awesome. You know? How long you guys think till he spots the rebels? Oh, I've seen them. But the beautiful thing about these rebels is they can't siege. So I haven't pulled my army back because, you know, I've been doing okay there. This is why I think I'm getting a little bit better. I'm actually, you know, doing a few things here without having to worry about everything going to hell. Well, you can, but the achievement is for France, so... Yeah, this is true. This is true. I can't get the achievement if I tag switch. No, but the cost devastation. Oh, god damn it. You're right. I forgot about that. God damn. You know, I still love how they packaged devastation as well. You know, prosperity is paid, but devastation's for free. You know, that's paradox for you. How paradoxical. You'd have to culture flip to do it, but you can do it. That's pretty funny. Like I said, I didn't really think about it too much until I was like, you know, I am taking all of Ireland at this point. Oh, let me see here. Hey, thank you for following. Really appreciate it. Feel free to hop on the Discord, by the way. You seem pretty chill. And anyone else that's watching, feel free to join on the Discord as well there. Devastation is probably one of my favorite newer mechanics. I really like the army drill to a degree. Like, I don't think it's a huge, you know, thing there, and I think they overhyped how much of a potential it had, but I think it's a step in the right direction. And, you know, I have high hopes for what Moz could potentially do with it going forward. It's going to take a while for, you know, like, MEOU and taxes to potentially build on that and that sort of thing, but I think it could be really cool. But on the other hand, once you've gotten the achievement, you could do it for the lulz. This is true. There are a bunch of rebels just pillaging the land around the fort. Yeah, I agree. Drill has some good potential. Probably one of the better mechanics I think they've implemented in since the beginning there was the change to the fort system. And this was controversial at the time. Like, people still claim that the AI cheats the forts and that sort of thing, which I've seen Riemann's Paradox. I don't think they cheat the fort system at all. But I think that it's actually a really nice change and much more strategic than how it used to be in EU3. Oh. Alright, let's execute someone for this. Not really keen on the idea because I gotta claim, or gotta core all this. Devastation seems irrelevant most of the time, but I do love professionalism. Can you show war exhaustion? For me, my war exhaustion right now is only less than 2. So, now that we have everything basically sieged down, here's going to be the real question. Do I have to go to war with these guys? Or these guys? In theory, I shouldn't. We're about to find out. It would be England, Munster, that's Munster down there? Munster, and Sligo, in theory. Let's find out in practice if I pegged this all correct. Ormond, I need to switch over to Leinster so they can take some of the weight off me. So this ends up going like that. Alright. I've had a fort in every province and the AI just ignores them. Yeah, because of the fact that it's walking through, but it's how they trap them that really makes the system unique. I'll explain it in 1 second here as soon as I finish going through here. So, this will not bring in Scotland, so we're still good. Okay. You know what? Maybe I should feed this to Leinster as well. It's the only internal province, so you know what? I think I will do that. Give that to him as well. Sounds good to me. And take all the cash with it there too, why not? There we go. And yeah, it's a really big headache, but you can really make good use of the new fort system. Absolutely, completely agreed. It's not so much AI cheating you, you could do it too if you click the perfect time, but the AI is better at it. Yeah, there's a specific mechanic that basically governs why it is they're able to walk around the way that they do, and yes, you can do it as well. I think it's a matter of the timing. I think it's more a matter of... Oh, wait, can I actually... Alright, sorry, I'm just taking a second. If I... Did I core this? I did core it, so... If I give this to Leinster, but I can't do that while I'm at war, can I? I'd have to take it anyway. But then if I do that, I could potentially feed it to them from there, but then I don't want to drive them too much into overextension. I'm just taking a second to really mull this over. How much would it cost to core it? I won't know until I actually go for... Oh, no, I can find out, actually. Just go to here, and it will cost me nothing. It'll cost literally nothing. So we take that. Scotland still is going to be in. Oh, no, Scotland will now. Okay, so in that case, we're going to have to go for the last of the guys here. Because if I peace out at this point, it's going to cause issues. Unless there's a permanent claim. So if we go for him, Brittany is going to come into the war. Now we have to really start considering how we're going to do this. So, unless there's a claim on them, that would bring in Scotland. Do I want to fight Brittany or Scotland? I really would rather fight Scotland because at least they're in the same area, but I need to get rid of one of the two. Also, alright, let me read through some of the other stuff we have here. Also, despite the how the icon lies to you, if your capital fort doesn't have a real fort, it doesn't project a true zone of control, I believe, so that adds to the confusion, I think. Yeah. Alright, so, oh, I don't want to call in Scotland as a co-belligerent, do I? Munster, Pomerania, Friesland, and Novgorod. No, that'd be a terrible idea if I did that. Alright, so we're going to go for these guys in that case. We'll take this. You Brittany, they're worth mission claims later. This is true, but I'm going to get claims on them anyway from taking Normandy. I just realized that when I was going through earlier. And the main thing is that I don't have the fleet. My army's over here, so I can walk back and forth to Scotland. That's not the issue per se. And I can't, with the amount of ships that are over here, I'm going to have major issues if I try to, you know, fight them any other way. They're going to have to come to me in order to actually fight, so I can do it this way. Alright, if you give them land, they get the core you used to have, too. This is true. Alright, so we're going to go to war with these guys now. And now we're going to march on down here. They should come across towards us, because we have Ulster right over here, and if my army is not over there, then it should cause them to come after us that way. We'll be able to hit them. Oh my god, really? Freaking really? Do I want to... I want the legitimacy. And I want that instead. Okay. I like to imagine the capital fort is just your ruler's palace with some stuff filed up at the door. That's a pretty good way of looking at it, I think. Jesus Christ, these guys just keep running. There we go. Alright. So we got them now. They're wiped out. Now we can march on down to here, detach, assist them. They should... They're not going to, are they? Alright, we can get rid of some of these ships around here now. Because now that we're at war with everyone else that could help, what we can do now is... feed this to Leinster. And then sue for peace, give them both of these. And now, Sligo's the only independent one alongside England outside this war. So no one else is going to be able to join the war against us. We are good to go. How many hours have you played this game? Almost 2,000 hours. I was trying to say that you don't need the Cardinal you're excommunicated. You know what? That's a good point. That was kind of silly, wasn't it? Well, that's okay. So that got rid of a bunch of ships. Now let's get rid of the last of them over here. I'm still hot trash at it, but hey, it's fun anyway. Oh, it's absolutely fun. And don't worry, even if you're not good at it, you know, it's one of those things where the more you play, the better you get. And, you know, I'm put in 2,000 hours. I think I'm only intermediate level personally. So, England and Brittany and Sligo. That is not enough in order to form a coalition. Ladies and gentlemen, we got them. So, we end this war. And I should have tossed that to Leinster. What was I doing? It's alright. It barely costs anything to court anyway. It's not a big deal. And we'll detach siege on here. Move that way. Now... Oh, no. You know what? I'm being silly. Let's take the entire army. Oh, they have an actual fort there. Alright, let's keep these guys over here then. Move these guys to here. And what we're going to do is, after we siege down Munster, then we're going to go up into Scotland. Now that we have all those ships out of the way. And I think we have naval supremacy. So, we could even bring these guys on over. Or maybe I spoke too soon. But it can be hard to say. How long till England declares on Scotland? Also, congrats, you should be free of your guarantee now. This is true. And that should free up, yep, that freed up my relation slot, so I'm no longer losing one. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And with that, yep, here they come. Now, they might start sieging something down. If they do, that's okay. Not a big deal. There will be no potato famine. The Irish will have the baguette. You are not wrong, sir. That is the intent at this point. Oh, wow. Time really flies. I didn't even realize I've been going for an hour now. I'm good with this. Let's see here. Though I have done the Ming into Qing strat. You know, I've never been able to form Qing as Ming or anyone. I was trying to do the Manchu at one point in time, and I was having some fun with that, but I never completed it. You know, Diplo ideas is an idea, but I feel like that's a bad idea. Maybe I should go for... If I go for offensive, that's going to be better for my generals, and I'll get some discipline. If I go for quality, I'm going to have a generally better army, but not perform as well as if I had better generals. This is always an issue you run into here. Quantity would be nice, but then I'm just going to end up losing a lot of people. Defensive, I think, is actually my best bet because I have a lot of forts, and it'll get me the morale, which will get me a lot more stack wipes. I think I'm going to go for defensive because I have, you know, a lot of military power anyway. We're ahead of tech on this to begin with. Now, we should go for Diplo idea, shouldn't we? I feel like it'd be kind of silly if we didn't. Maybe go for exploration? Those colonial groups would be very nice to get this early on. Diplomatic is a great idea. Yeah, the only problem is I'm not going to be able to do much with it because I can't go for the HRE. And I can't go for the... Well, actually, let me think here for a second. It's 65. This excommunication is going to continue for quite some time. We can't really get rid of it. Allied to rival. Which... Oh, Provence. That's why. God damn it. It's like watching a tennis match bouncing back and forth. Yeah, I know, right? Am I going to Iberia? Well, I was trying to use a royal marriage in order to get into Aragon. That was an idea, but they got an heir instead, so I couldn't get the personal union. How old is Pope Man? Pope Man is currently 57. There is a chance that I'll get excommunicated, unexcommunicated when he dies, but I think it's when my guy dies. Diplo gives war score cost reduction. That is an excellent point, and actually that kind of sells the idea to me right there, because... Oh, wow, and a massive one, too. That and the Diplo rep? And diplomatic relations. This is actually a really good idea. You know what? Oh, wait, but unjustified demands and aggressive expansion reduction. No, you know what? The province war score wins out. Let's go for that and make a massive mainland empire, because we're going to need that. So, we're going for it. The decision has been made. Let me get rid of that corruption. That was, well, you know what? It's going away anyway, so we got some time. And in the meanwhile, we just gotta wait. Depending on who takes the papacy, if they are friendly to you, they can lift your excommunication. Who is looking good on that so far? It looks like Aragon, Austria, Denmark, and Portugal. If Portugal or Aragon gets it, we're fine. If Austria or Denmark gets it, they're both rivals, and I'm screwed. So, oh, we have separatists in Ulster. Alright. I like vassal swarms as much as the next guy, but the AI will never be as smart with the land as a player. This is very true. This is very, very true. I'm just trying to spread out the cost, really, of the types of monarch mana that I'm going to be spending. Okay, so it looks like Thomond will have some guys rising up over here as well. That's okay. I just need for this to finish. And it should be very soon. Improved relations is like reduced aggressive expansion. That is very true. That is very, very true. And excommunication lifted. All right. There is hope yet again. Let me make sure that I raise relations with this guy before he does anything silly, like try to excommunicate me again. And in fact, let me toss him some cash if I can do that. Oh my god, that's so much money. Is that necessary? Let me see here. St. Patrick should focus on the French instead of the snakes. Oh my god. Austria. Oh, yeah. No, I have to drop 100 ducats on this. Otherwise, I'm screwed. Oh my god, I hate this so much. That's so much money just to get him to 0. Oh my god. That might... Hey, welcome back. That might be just enough in order to keep from having major issues. So here's to hoping. Alright, Pope can't call for it? This is true. Well, I don't know, because he had the initial excommunication he did there. I don't know if that was... Well, you don't know. You're right. He wouldn't have been able to go for it. You're a great power. Can you influence them? Don't really need to. They got to 0, so we should... Yeah, they're already at positive. So once we got them to positive, we're good. This is why the Reformation happened. Pope was goddamn pimp. I like that. That's funny. Also, god damn, this is taking forever. How many times we're going to roll for, like, no improvement on this particular siege here? We have to take care of Ulster and everything else. God damn. But if you were positive with the Pope man, he shouldn't let them excommunicate you. Yeah, and that's where we are. We're going to keep it that way. And, oh my god. They're killing me here. Absolutely destroying me. Alright, so, with that done, once we have an actual eligible person rather than the Queen Regent in charge, which should only be a few years' time, we can go for someone else here and potentially get some sway inside of the HRE, which in turn will hopefully see us be able to get on their throne. 35%, they're wrecking me. God damn. I suggest you invest in them. Who? The papacy? Final objective, remove kebab. Isn't it always? Like, even with the Better Than Napoleon run here, I feel like we're just going to end up going for them anyway. Alright, so, looking over everything else here. We are starting to get the Renaissance inside the country, so, progress, I suppose. Also, England has heretics. How funny. Meanwhile, we're dealing with a bunch of Irish separatists. Nothing beats an 80 cannon army. Well, I wouldn't necessarily say that, because you also have to remember that their back line, if you don't have a front line to go with them, it's not gonna do much other than die. Alright, so, going for them now. Alright, they're going to be going for Cork. Cork is... we'll cross a river if we get there, but do we get there before them? We get there on the 22nd, they get there on the 26th, so yes. But then they're going to fall back. Let's reduce the speed by 1 here. Another 50 years or so, the separatists should have died of old age at least. Yeah, you're not wrong. Let's see here. They get to the Pale on the 26th. If we go there, we're going to be attacking them. We get there on the 2nd. Yeah, we don't want to attack into them over there. If we go after these guys, we can catch them before they get away. Beautiful. And that'll cut down their numbers. And yes, I do need to put a leader on them. You are correct on that. Thank you for the reminder. Oh, man. Hey, 4 shock. Not bad. For a randomly rolled leader, I will take it. And can we finally get this? Yes, we can. Beautiful. Of course, they're going to be heading up that way. They're going to be going after the Irish that we have on the province. It seems like, no? Oh, I got you cornered now, and nowhere you go, you're going to get that bonus, so let's just see where you go. Just waiting for it to get locked in. There you go. Now, we got them. Because now, I just want to make sure they had no river bonus. I already had them outnumbered. I have better general, you know, everything else there. Going to be good. Look at the Irish on the general roll. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. Okay, and with that, we've basically secured Ireland. You know, we have Sligo to go for still. They are allied with Brittany, so we can't do too much about them. But once we've tidied all this up, I'm sure that Leinster should be more than able to handle that. And yeah, we can focus on the mainland conflict when it comes to Brittany. At which point, we'll basically have united everything. Which is great by me. At least I'm like 80% sure they do double damage from the front. No, I'm pretty sure they take double damage. Isn't that the main modifier for them? Shrew, get out of Ireland. Ireland is for the Irish. Hey, how you doing? Long time no see there, Praetorian. We gotta do some AI war at some point in time. AI war fleet command. I've been playing a little bit of that on single player. I'm looking to do that later on as well. The new music from the expansion is really nice. From Rule Britannia? I didn't know they had any. Cannons? Yeah, take double losses on the front. Thank you. Yeah, I thought it was something like that. I couldn't remember exactly what it was. And County Cork has become a core French province. Oh, the memes. It is beautiful. Life is good. Alright, so we're moving in. Gonna take these guys on out. Scotland, adios. Yeah, I'll renounce my claim to it. It's rightful Irish clay. I'm good with this. And with that, we now have the crossing we need to get right on over. Take Ayrshire and go from there. Who's the war leader? Okay. What happens if we take stuff off of Scotland, I wonder? Oh my god, if we... They can't do anything about it. Oh my god, that'd be hilarious. So, alright, let me think this over for a second here. So, if we take that, it'll be England, Brittany, Scotland will have a truce with, but England, Brittany, Austria, and then Munster's going to be out, so it'd be... I got to take care of Sligo. If I fully occupy Scotland, then I go to war with Sligo and Brittany, and I win that war, I can cut off the Brits right here, take that territory, and then from there I'll have United Scotland, I'll take in Brittany, and yeah, life will be pretty damn good. Who are they allied with? They're allied with Sligo, Gelre, and Utrecht, none of which are a problem. Bah, no such thing as Irish clay, man. Only clay that I own and clay that I will own. I love that quote. I used to say that all the time. Some Scottish music was added, I believe. I guess you could check the music queue to make sure I'm not insane. It's all good. I actually don't know that the music queue sorts it by DLC, does it? I know some of it might also be content packs rather than anything else there, so I'm not 100%. Oh, okay. The Scottish and English music is from Rule Britannia. I did not know that they had added music. But that's still pretty cool. Glad to hear. Remove bagpipes. I love it. Absolutely love it. Alright, so we could speed this along a little bit. But yeah, the plan now is finish off the war with Scotland, use that in order to launch a war against Sligo and Brittany. We move our army back to the mainland continent, take care of these rebels that have been there for goddamn forever, take out Brittany, take out Sligo, and then take the territory that we need, and then we will have completely destroyed them. I consider taking the Isles off of Scotland as a future vassal to feed Scotland too. None of this fake lowland Scots rubbish, only true Highlanders. In order to take the vassals, that's a, transfer subject, which I need 800. I'm only at 252. If I toss some development into a place, that's one way that I could go about getting extra points, but it would still take time to actually bank it up. So, if I could, I absolutely would. I would love getting extra vassals, but I don't think it's a possibility right now. I have to take the land to release them. Yeah, in the current situation, I would, yeah. Absolutely taking that stability, because that costs me so much every time I need it. Oh yeah, they did already get annexed, didn't they? I didn't even notice. Yeah, we could release them. That'd be kind of funny. But on the plus side, the development on the Isles is pathetic, so it's cheap. Yeah, I don't know that we'd be able... Let me see here. Yeah, we could. We could actually take all the territory that I want, put it under the Isles, and have the Isles in charge of our Scottish territory, and be good to go. That's actually a pretty good idea. Alright, so we have... Yeah, we have the corruption removed. Right? Right? Sort of? I guess? Not really. Let's move that up a little bit. Cost 400. I guess it's so insignificant it doesn't really even factor. So let's just go down the line in that case. There we go. Alright, so we nearly have extra Diplo relations. This will give us a chance to get 2 more vassals if we so please. Or 2 more allies or whatever else. But yeah, so that means we'll have a slot for the Isles, which you could put, Scotland under. And we'll have the Irish under the control of Leinster. Probably tidy that up, toss the rest of that territory over to Leinster as well. Because I don't really need all of that firsthand, but then I end up paying for it twice, and that's a bit silly. We'll see. Oh, yep, let's move these guys on in before they end up getting wrecked. Recall the diplomat there. Put them together, now detach again, and move on back. They're getting desperate when they're attacking us over there, because they only have a couple places that they can actually work with in this area, so life is good so far. So yeah, overall, things are looking pretty promising. You know, I think we're doing pretty well with this, quite frankly. And we've nearly, very nearly, finished off our opening here of basically messing with England. Because all of this is going to mess with England in the long term. They're never going to be able to form a Great Britain as long as we control all this. And we're going to be in an excellent position to go after them in future wars as well. 24 years, not bad to have gotten a new beachfront property. I know, right? Thank you. I feel like I'm actually, you know, getting better at this. Okay, and we took it. Let's get these guys together. Merge them, get to Lothian. Detach on there, move on out. Detach on there. And we're gonna go over this way. Oh, they are booking it. They do not want to be anywhere where I am right now. Oh, okay, that's unfortunate. What did I lose here? Lost like almost my entire fleet. God damn. I'm gonna have to rebuild that from scratch. They really came from behind on that one. God damn. All right. Well, that actually screws me a little bit because I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do about that. Damn it. If I go for this, I still have to contend with the mainland war I'm gonna end up fighting. And all start with an angry Frenchie man. Yeah, right? Okay. Losing my fleet, that really is unfortunate. We still have 2 Carracks, but we don't have enough gold, and that's really a problem right now. By the way, most of this has been paid for by basically looting everything. So, you know, that's an amusing little element to all of this as well. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to finish this off. They're going to be stuck on their little island. That's fine. We instead are going to... England, Brittany, and Austria. If I go to war with them right now, it'd be a problem because I can't get off the I can't get off of Ireland. I need more ships. So, all right, let me start by building more ships. Get that part ready. Avicii dies today. Yeah, I heard about that. It's actually really sucks. You know, I'm not sure from what that they haven't said quite yet, but if I had to take a guess, kind of have some idea based off of that one song that what's his name put out there. It was actually a major hit single not too long ago. But basically, I have a feeling it was a drug overdose of some kind, honestly. Oh, Aragon? What? Can we... Oh. Probably not. Probably not going to get anything there, but it's still a good idea to just keep it up. Alright, they didn't stay for any length of time, it looks like. They were just stopped. Oh, wait, no, they're going to sit there. Okay, let's see if we can't get to them. It doesn't seem like it. Oh, wait, maybe. Maybe we can. No, the damn thing lied to me. Okay, I see how it is. Now let's get there if we can. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh my god, that was so close. Ah. Now the funny thing here is if I capture both ends, then I can walk back and forth without issue. Now, let me just check here. I think they said stomach problems with alcohol. Yeah, that does sound about right, actually. So I was trying to look up the name of a celebrity you know on the and the Wikipedia article uses words like was. Yeah, I agree with you on that. It's a weird feeling. There we go, we caught him. Denmark declare on Scotland? I don't believe so, not to my knowledge. They did? Danish conquest of Sutherland? Literally what? Well, luckily we already have that occupied, but we better get to the capital and make sure we siege that down properly before that becomes a problem. Because I want that capital. How much of a problem is this right now? Not too much yet, but it will be. Especially if we leave it unabated. Alright, so, luckily their fleet is not being too overly intelligent right now. So in theory, this is Viking 2.0. That's one way to look at it. Denmark is no longer a fan of me. Well, that's very unfortunate. I do have more carracks than them. That's a very good thing. I might be able to leverage that, actually, into some kind of success. Let's see if I can, because we're going to move down to here, and we're going to try and gather all these guys together. And it looks like they're going to let me. So that's good. We're going to move these guys to Laborde. We're going to move these guys around over to here as well. And this is nearly finished. So I gotta be very careful with how I do this here. Because so far, 86, 59, 89. They have... Oh, they don't have Brittany yet. That's the thing. Or Austria. Once I take this land off of Scotland, then they'll be able to put together the coalition. So I have to declare the war first in order to do this properly. We have Sligo outnumbered over here, so that's good. Alright, let's put these guys together. And that gives us 10 ships over here. Like I said, I gotta be very careful with the order that I do this in to avoid absolutely mucking myself up here. But I'm thinking to myself, once this finishes, I move them down, I ferry them over. It should only take around 2 trips in order to get the majority of my army over there. And that's really all I need, because I'm not going to be fighting anyone else over here for the most part. Oh, Donegal. Alright. After I take care of the revolt, and this finishes getting siege down, which I can actually do that right now without theoretically too much of a problem. They might still come after these guys, but... Oh, there we go. Now we got them. Of course, they're going to take that opportunity to go off the reservation and try to come after us. But that shouldn't be an issue. Oh. Man, I'm starting to feel bad for the separatists. They're children fighting for a homeland they were not even born to. This is very true. They're really running into some major identity issues at this point, I'm sure. Especially on the national identity level. Alright. Let's merge these guys together. Detach. Run on down. Now, these guys are only allied with Sligo and Utrecht. And I don't know how large their army is. How large is their army? They have... Let's see here, it's Brittany, so if we do it by alphabet... They have 10,000 guys. Okay. Sorry for delays, technically working, so having to answer messages and phone calls. It's alright, no worries. Like 15k. Yeah, that's what it seems like. As of right now, if I get these guys ferried back, 2 trips should be enough. And then from there, we just end this war. There's been several generations of rebels in Picardy. Family traditions were created. Songs and myths were sung of in the Valhalla of the Normans. You're not wrong. It's actually really freaking funny. Oh, man. All right. We're not going to be able to get the rest of these guys over without some level of interference with their fleets, and I don't know that that's worth the risk. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to hire even more guys over here. Let's see, what do we have? 7 and 3? We can afford 3 of these guys right now, and that's about it. But that might be just enough for us to take this out. They don't even have Irish ideas anymore. They have the Separatists have picked up Elan. They've completely assimilated despite their rebel spirit. They only know one way of making war anymore. It's the French way, for that matter. Okay. That might just be the opening we needed to get on over to here. Hopefully. Because their fleets are all broken up everywhere. If that does work, we can toss them onto there. Unite these guys over here. And then this will give us more than enough guys at that point in order to actually fight. We can leave the 8K over here. That's not a big deal. Also, we will be able to get that at some point. Just not this point. Alright. So they'll bring in Utrecht, which is over... actually, they won't. That'll be the end of it. Just surrender already. Alright, this ought to be the last stretch of it all here. Declare on them. Peace out with them. And yeah, we'll do this. Yeah, because it'll only be England... Oh, whoops, I hit my calculator. England and Scotland, who I have a truce with. Yep, we're good. We're back. We're back in the golden. Keep an eye out for random jerks like Austria, giving them free condottieri. I have no clue how that word is spelled. It's alright. I pretty much got it there anyway, so no worries at all. Call for peace. Let's peace out with these guys. Also, let's transfer this over to lines. Maybe not. Let's transfer that back, I think. We'll take that for ourselves. There we go. Good to go. And now we can call Aragon into the war. I didn't realize that might be an issue, you know, a possibility. I don't think it's really worthwhile for us to do, though, to be entirely honest. First thing we're going to do is we're going to march up and take care of these separatists over here that have successfully brought 31% devastation to this one particular place here. Yep, that was the end of it. That was the end of their rebellion. After all of that. 1482. Yeah, we'll take the tech cost reduction for that time, I think. If we have to pick something. Or exhaustion in France and Ireland, that is exotic. Yeah. Or WO? What's WO stand for? Also, hello Simsys Gaming. Not sure if I said that before. And we have a rebellion over here of 8K. Exactly the amount that we have over here. So I'm going to put my guys on the task. Try to take it from there. We all remember how Braveheart Mel fought the French. Wait, what? Yeah, right? Okay. So, they have a 4-2. We have a 1-4-3. In theory, we should have this handled. In theory. You have a Brit infestation, man. Scotland occupied... How do we end up at war with England and Scotland? Literally what? How? We have a truce with Scotland. This, oh my god, this screws with everything. That was the plan. God damn it. Alright, it's not the end of the world. Although in the... Oh, they probably intervened. I forgot they could do that, but that's alright. We'll call in Aragon. Oh, they guaranteed Sligo? I must have completely missed that. Well, I feel kind of stupid. That's alright. Like I said, we have enough that we should be able to beat Brittany. We have Ireland. They're going to have to siege this down. That's going to take them a little while at the very least. Yeah, it's going to. Now, getting guys onto here is going to be tricky. Huh. What are we going to do with this? I can't really move my army back over there because they'll probably get attacked by the Brits. It's not impossible, but it's not like... Sligo's the war leader. What am I talking about? The only people I need to beat are Sligo. That's it. If I defeat them, in theory, I should be able to just end this war, and then that'll be that. The War of the Roses did pop. I noticed that earlier. I think they won it already, as a matter of fact. But yeah, I'm being silly here. All I gotta do is defeat Sligo, and if I do that, and I have them 100% annexed, then that should end the war. And I can work with getting rid of these guys in the meanwhile. I can, you know, go siege down some English territory, because why not? Don't risk it. The AI Brit takes that stupid wooden wall naval doctrine, I believe. Yeah, I agree. I'm not going to bring my guys across that. I don't think it's going to work out if I do that. But if I can make some progress with that... Oh, that's not going to be enough, is it? Yeah, I got to piece some people out of the war here first, apparently. God damn. Alright, so I'm going to have to think about this a little bit differently. They're going to have people that they're going to bring across over to here. I have gold from debt, obviously. Let's see here. I have 6-2, so let's get some guys together. Yeah, we'll do this, and hopefully it'll work out. And let me just check here. Merc time, pretty close, but not quite yet. We're at 5, they're at 6. The English have better military tech than us, and that is concerning. What I think we will do... Yeah, we'll start coring Desmond. Yeah, I was thinking about tossing it back to them for a second. I was like, you know, do I really want to core that? But yeah, we want to core that. And for this, it's going to cost 652. We're just going to do it because it's not worth waiting longer for this, and we're not going to have the gold right now. So we're just going to do it. We're in the war. We got the... Oh, they got the Siege of Westmarch. Now... Oh, they're going to be coming after us here, aren't they? Damn it. Alright. Let's cancel this. Cancel that. They got 45,000 guys coming after us. Can we get out of there in time? If I run for it, I get out of there on the 13th. They get there on the 6th. Damn it. Now... I think it might be merc time, but I don't even know if that's enough at that point. You know, even if I merc up totally. Try white piece? That's an idea. Will they go for it? No, they will not. They have no interest in that. And honestly, neither does Sligo here, even if I want to. Alright. They're going to have 45,000 guys. Alright, I think I'm going about this the wrong way. I need to acknowledge the fact that I'm not going to be able to keep Ireland. That's just going to happen. So, we're going to take our loss here and figure out something else. That's, of course, going to lead to a ticking time from from War Score because they're gonna have the capital. And what am I gonna do about this? Sorry, I'm taking a second here to really mull this over. Damn. All right. We're just gonna take the loss on there, and then we'll figure it out. I'm probably just gonna have to siege down what I can over here and drag it out, wait for them to bring guys on over here, etc. That's just how it's gonna be. They, of course, are gonna have some guys. We have 4.2k. It's not worth taking another loss, so we're just gonna disband these guys. Losing 4,000 manpower. If you invade England forces in mainland Europe, you may be able to wipe peace and then invade. Maybe. That could work if I siege them down this way, but then they're going to have all this territory of mine that they're going to have occupied over there. So it's up in the air, honestly, as to whether or not that's going to work. I did not plan on England coming into the war at this point. That's why I brought all my guys to the mainland. If I had known England would be in the war, it still would have been very rough, but I would have been able to mark up and get guys over to there. So let's see what we can do here. They're on medium enthusiasm. They may take a white piece now. Let's find out. Oh, they're close. They are very, very close. Come on. You're a 35, a 35, bro. Let me out of this with my dignity intact at least. Come on. They're going to get that victory, and then it's going to really screw with it. Yep, that's what I thought. I can't do anything about them attacking the vassal. Their army is on the Isles. That's kind of why I'm screwed in that respect. I will be able to dominate mainland Europe over here, and they will not be able to do much about it, but they're gonna be dominating over in there in the meanwhile. Realistically, it comes down to if I can siege just a little bit of territory, just enough to get the war enthusiasm to go down a bit. Oh, hey, look at that. They got rebels that they're dealing with for me. How about that? Oh, they're sieging that down so much faster, though. Yeah, it's going to throw things out of whack here. Dignity, France, pick one. Yeah, right? Oh, well. It's alright. They're making gains now. Yeah, it's flipping a little bit. Because we are making gains on the mainland. It's just a matter of who... Oh, no, they got it. And that's going to throw everything out of whack, won't it? Yeah, now they have no interest. Which is funny. Very funny, because they're never going to be able to get enough in order to really start... what do you call it? Stab hitting me in order to get white peace. Or in order to get a peace deal. Offer to break alliances with someone, maybe? Maybe? We'll see. I'm gonna play by ear for right now. One thing I will do, however, is reduce this. Apparently, War Cabinet reduces cost by a fair amount, so that's good. Most of my separatists are in that region, so I don't have to worry about them. Hey, Austria. Long time no see. Yeah, you're right, they did. Also, thank you for the heads up. Austria's at war with me. No, they just rented troops to Utrecht. And that's okay, because what we're going to do... Let's go around. Give them a little bit of time. They're going to come into the territory. We're going to go after them. Because it gives us something to beat up on to get war score. Oh, we're making gains again. In war score at the very least. We'll see. I hate they taught the AI that trick. It was only funny when I did it to them, not the other way around. Which trick in particular? Renting troops out, or... What are you talking about? Piqued my curiosity. I am besieged Desmond. Okay, now it's all... Renting out free troops. Yep, yep. It's a good way of supporting a war effort if you don't want to be totally committed. Also, oh, Portugal. Can we do anything with that? No, no, they're not interested quite yet. Well, we're going to work on them a little bit anyway, because they're 22, so they might get a little bit older and still have no heir. Also, let me check something here. Oh, we're 2 hours in. It hasn't felt like any time at all. Yeah, I'll take the military power for inflation. I'm good with this. I like this trade. Wow. Oh, wow. I mean, sure, they have a little bit better morale, but why did I take so... I must have rolled really freaking bad. Wait, hold on. What's their... They got a 4-1. I got a 3-2. Right, I didn't put the right general on here. Damn, that is terrible. Those losses are horrendous. God damn. Oh, they're bringing their troops to the continent, so that's promising, I suppose. Let's go beat up on the English for a little while, I think. Make me feel better about myself. It's not your fault. It's in French DNA to fight at least Austria and England at the same time. Yeah, that sounds about right. Well, on the positive side of the equation here, at the very least, they're going to have to siege down everything I just took in order to get back at me. Oh, God. Do they... They have a massive spy network on me. Alright, I need to fix that right quick. Because that's going to be a major problem. We don't need this going anymore. That's done. What we need instead is... who am I going to be sieging down more of? Brittany. Let's build a spy network on them. You can get these guys a little bit further up. They got a lot of people over here so far. Looks like Naples is going to be attaching to me. That's good. Because we are going to go up and go after... Oh, no. Are they not? So burn everything down and start over? Not quite yet. Thanks, Aragon, for 22k troops sitting on a fort. The attrition is helping the cause a lot, man. I've made similar mistakes before, but you're absolutely right. I might be able to hit them here and screw with them in part, and I think that's a good idea. Oh, they're not coming in to help. Alright, where do I want to retreat to? Probably all the way down here, but at least got them off the fort temporarily, and we got a decently equal exchange. I took a little bit more, but I have the manpower to potentially spare for that, so I'll take it in the meanwhile. Now they are making gains over here. Do they get... Oh no, it is the Austrian, what do you call it? Spy network inside of me here. Yeah, I'll take a strong claim from someone here. I'm good with that. Sounds excellent to me. Because I do need some kind of heir. Although I am only 18. Alright. This is looking ugly, but you can do it. Well, thank you. I greatly appreciate that. Oh shit, we gotta get up there and help them. Quickly! By the way, happy Weed Day. Oh my god. Ah, we're not gonna make it. Oh, they made it. Okay, that's a string of victories that we really needed. Well, Charles Jr., this is your problem now. You're not wrong. Where... I know there was a revolt that just popped. I don't see it anywhere, though. Oh, well. In the meanwhile, we're going to go after these guys, I think. And we'll pile up with them. There we go. That's much better. Roll a joint. Alright, well, careful there. Like I said. Don't want to run into issues with Twitch and everyone else here, quite frankly. No, it's the later part of the statement that you made there, man. Sligo back on medium enthusiasm. I wonder, does that mean that we could actually get out of this now? No, they're still adamant about fighting this to the last. And unfortunately, if we cede anything to these guys here, we're going to run into issues because of lack of war score. It's just going to set us behind in that way. Oh, man. Unless we get England out. If we get England out of the war, I could get back onto the continent. That's not such a far-fetched idea. Alright, let's go for... Let's see here. They're going for Alencion. We're going to try and hit them there. Okay. Got them taken out. We're going to move on over to... Yeah, these other areas. Rebels at home may push them over. Yeah, that'd actually be very nice if they did. Ah, there they are. Okay. So we do actually have rebels over in that area. They lost already. God damn it. Well, it's looking promising so far. And, oh, I thought we were fighting someone over here. Well, we're going to try and hit these guys while they're split off and make their stack that much weaker for it. Let's see if we can make it happen. Oh, come on. There we go. Yeah, we're going to win. Beautiful. That is a much better exchange rate, quite frankly. And now, let's see how we're sitting with them. They're almost willing to peace out. We have positive war scores still, so if we peace out England, then... Can we peace out Scotland? Wouldn't be too far off at that point. But even so, we might have just a large enough navy in order to actually get on over there. Because we peace out England, we can probably peace out these guys right now, but I want to get rid of England first. And then we do that, there should be enough clearance between the two that we could actually get over to here. And then we're good to go. French OP-ness never gets old. Yeah, pretty much. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful thing. Oh, let's get Utrecht out of the way here. For the Catholic faith. Yeah, we got England over here with a few guys. So once we handle Utrecht and we get England out of the war and Brittany, that'll be all the major... Well, okay, we don't really need to worry about Utrecht, I suppose, but... Let me see here. Is it actually worth even sieging them down for? Come on, help me out here. There we go. What can we get? 50 ducats. And I don't really care about their territory. So yeah, you know what? I'm good with a white piece on this. We've lost 82,000 guys. God damn. Yeah, I saw that's... I just wanted to see whether or not it was actually worth sieging them down in order to get, like, money or anything else out of them. Which it wasn't. So, we were good to go. Brittany, I have other plans for. Yeah, no worries. It's all good. Oh, thank you. Yeah, like I said, no worries. I'm not worried about people, you know, backseat gaming or anything. I welcome the input because I am not good at this, and like I said, I enjoy talking to you guys. All right. I'm gonna take the hit because I don't want to lose development, quite frankly. And I'm debating whether or not it's worthwhile to go for this right now. Austria is in a war, may drop their rented troops, should majorly swing sides for... Yeah, absolutely. If they actually drop out of the war, that would be a major coup right there. And then I just got to siege this territory back, and that'll largely handle the issue. Oh, Scotland wants peace. The major threat of Utrecht. It reminds me of the newspaper articles in Hoi 4 where you were justifying the major threat of Bhutan. Yeah, you're not wrong. Also, That's one major part of the war out of the way. We don't have to worry about the rest of them. It would have been kind of memey if I had actually stuck it out with them there and then proceeded to try... Oh! Oh, never mind. I thought that Leinster had turned itself into Ireland because it looked slightly different shade there. But yeah, I could have taken more territory off of Scotland, but considering the situation, I think it's okay. You've been fighting for 100 years and your manpower is still 30k. Impressive. Thank you. I really appreciate that. These guys are willing to peace out as well. I wonder, for cash, what if I were to take... No, that's a bridge too far if I start taking territory. Yeah, but cash, on the other hand, cash they're willing to float. And a lot of it, too. So we're going to go for that. That's England out of the war. And that means can train up mercs in Scotland and grab the war goal. This is true. But as it stands right now, we may be good to go already. Let me actually check something here. The Isles are getting progress here. We're going to move these guys over to here. We're going to get ready to peace out with Brittany for what? Well, let's find out. What can we get away with? We got Austria and Castile that are going to be upset with us. But what if we take the entire thing? Everyone's going to be upset with us. What if we clear that? Go for vassalization. Everyone's going to be upset with us. What if we just take cash and one province? This is the French we're talking about here. Their rebels are able to produce generations in one province. Of course they have good manpower. I know, right? It's impressive. Alright, so we can go for 2. That'll get Castile to be a little bit pissed. And then it would be... Let's see here. England, Scotland, Brittany, Austria, Castile. That'd be too much. So we're better off just not poking the bear on that one. And instead... yeah, they can keep their other alliances there. We peace out for that. That gets their fleets out of the war. We don't have the claims, unfortunately, so we can't really go for too much more. Who's going to be upset with us? Europe. Yeah, right? You're not wrong. Oh, end rivalry for prestige. That would have been a good idea. I didn't think of that. Well, that's alright. They have very few people left over here. It should... Yeah, it's just Sligo. They're the last independent Irish minor, and they've just been abandoned by all of their allies. Life is about to be very good. There we go. In all seriousness, you could take some time to loot and pillage their lands and make the next war easier. This is true. I mean, well, as it stands, we've already looted all of Brittany down anyway. Oh, never mind. We didn't loot any of Brittany down. Wow, that was silly. Well, you know what? That's okay. We have a decent amount that we were able to gather so far. Aragon pieced out. Well, at least they waited till now, when the war is over, to, you know, stab us in the back. It's very nice of them to do. Alright, let's get rid of these guys. Well, alright, now, let's set up the siege, then go get rid of the army stack, then get rid of the rebels, or some order thereof. Yeah, this works. I'm good with this. Beautiful. Go for these guys on here now. And that should handle the last of the active threats that we have here. Beautiful. Alright. Can now invest in another idea, or... Well, no, we're not taking up anytime soon, it looks like. Oh, actually, we're pretty close. We're not far off at all. You know what? Let me see here. It would only put us over a ducat, so let's do this. Take a loan, embrace the institution, and now We're just going to pick these up at reduced cost. Actually, we're not going to go for that quite yet, because it's still plus 15. Ideas make tech cheaper. This is true. Right now we only have one idea that we can take, and we do need to tech up on Diplotech if we're not going to want to run into issues with Liberty Desire. So, yeah, that's a consideration there. Also, the Navy, we're going to have to do better with that. Might want that, improve relations. You kind of made friends. Actually, that's a fair point, too. You know what? Yeah, let's go for it. It'll help burn down some of the AE that we have to work on going forward. You make a valid point, sir. %, Liberty Desire on Leicester won't matter. Generally, I agree. But I also know that since, you know, they're too weak and Irish to give you trouble. Generally, I agree. But I've had it in the past where I'll build up a vassal and then the Liberty Desire, you know, starts getting away from me. So I'm kind of more cautious on that now. Okay, now we're going to start actually handling the rest of this here. Gonna get these guys on down, have them take care of the last of the rebels. There's no more army for Sligo. We are pretty good here, all things considered. Also, we're gonna take this, because there's really no reason not to. Yeah, I can get a fee with high development vessels like Naples fast. Oh yeah, absolutely. And that's happened to me in the past. In fact, one of my first Let's Play series was I played Denmark, and I made a vassal in like the Kurland region, and they were an absolute pain in the ass. I had so many problems with them. That was back in the Denmark patch when that came out, if anyone remembers that. Also, I don't have to unsiege all this anymore because now we just take the last of it. Actually, let me give this over to Leinster as well, just to be nice. And so I don't have to core it personally. Yep, we're good. You know, Sligo won't exist, and they won't have anyone else to form a coalition with. The plan worked, ladies and gentlemen. For 110,000... How many guys did we lose? We lost 48,000. But we lost it over a long enough period of time that it didn't kill us. So, overall, it was ridiculous, brutal, bloody, etc. But we have conquered all of Ireland. The era of men is over at the time of the Frenchie has begun. Absolutely. And as a matter of fact, let me actually... I made a small mistake here. Most of these we don't... Desmond we do, but these, we're not actually going to core these. I forgot the plan. And it was a very good plan, so, you know, I'm surprised at myself for forgetting it here in the first place. What we're going to do, now that we're finally at peace here, is we're going to release the Isles. And we're going to feed them the rest of this Scottish territory over here. So they have to core that. We're going to set them up that way. And also because we took them in this manner, they're not going to have, you know, force vassalized issues with us, etc. So we're going to grant them Ayrshire. We're going to grant them West March. Going to grant them East March. And that should be all of it. You don't have to core anything now. There we go. Congratulations, your prize for this war is Ireland. My condolences. You're normally better off taking the land for yourself than granting it to the vassals. Well, yeah, but this saves me the what do you call it, the admin power, as you can see here as well. So yeah, ultimately, I think we did really well. Let me call it diet here. There we go. Factions are in order. These guys, we're just going to wait for that to get below plus 5%. Saves admin over time, though. What, for me to core it and then send it? Because when I annex them diplomatically, then I still get it. In fact, I'm spending Diplo points rather than admin points at that point. That's what I'm saying. It spreads the cost around. That's been my thought process, at least. So, yeah, ultimately, we have 2 very decent vassals in the area here. We'll be able to go after Scotland later. They're only allied with Pomerania. We have a truce with them until 82. Can I annex Ireland already? I can, actually, and there's... I could. Is it worth doing yet, though? I mean, I am getting a lot of Diplo power. You know what? I'm going to give them a little bit of time here. I think we're going to tidy up Scotland first, and then after I've broken down England a little bit, I think that's when I'll start annexing them. It really is better because the grant land action reduces liberty desire, giving in peace does not. But I didn't give that in peace. I used grant land. That's why they have minus 11.5%. But anyway, all that being established, like I said, we're in a pretty good spot here. We've been going for 2.5 hours, which has been really fun. I have not really felt the time pass at all, so I've really enjoyed this. I'm going to have to call it here, though, because it is getting late. But I have other streams planned, and we'll be picking this up again, don't worry. And yeah, thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoy. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you all next time, you know. Oh, and feel free to check out my Discord. It's in the link below. Thank you again, everyone, and take care.